Good morning everyone, today I'm sharing with you 5 tips to shoot with longer lenses. Let's go! Way too hectic to shoot outside in the city. Too many people, too much wind. I don't know what is happening in Chicago, but wasn't working. Alright guys, welcome to a new episode. Today we're gonna be talking about those bad boys, a big bad boy versus small. I'm gonna be giving you tips to shoot with long lenses. Maybe you have one stuck in your garage or in your closet. Maybe it's an 85mm, maybe it's a 7200, 7300, whatever it is. Those ideas should help you. There's gonna be 5 of them. Number 1 is my favorite and number 5 too. So make sure you stick until the end. So number 5 is my favorite, as I mentioned before. It is simply using the lens to create amazing bokeh. The fact that you have a long lens actually brings the background forward, which also brings all the sources of lights that are in the background closer, and they look actually bigger. And when you're focusing on an element that is at the front, well, the background is getting blurred out. That's what we call the bokeh. And the awesome part is that with long lenses, you get big bokeh in the background, gets super smooth and buttery. So if you're ever in a place where you actually think it's very boring, or there's nothing to shoot, or the weather is bad, just wait until the nighttime comes and go shoot. Even if it's raining, you can have amazing shots. That's something that any of you who has ever been bored by a city can do. And at night, you will see it's gonna transform your photos. It's gonna be amazing. Now, number 4 is actually shooting portraits, okay? Those lenses are absolutely amazing for shooting portraits. Right now I'm on the 24mm and the microphone is here, and as you can see, it's kind of distorting my face. But if we were to use 85mm, first of all, it would have to be a lot further. But the most important is that it actually doesn't distort my face as much, which is great for beauty portraits. It makes it look great, and also you have the background that blurs out beautiful. And you saw in Mexico, I did it during the challenge. If you haven't watched the challenge, wife versus husband, watch it right now. It's pretty fun. I shot quite a few portraits, the guy with the bananas and the guy by the gate. And the background is just so smothery, blurry, blue, beautiful, like creamy, delicious. I don't even know how to express it. That's how I feel when I look at it. So if you have a long lens, definitely try to shoot portraits and shoot them kind of tight just to see what kind of effect you can create. Now, number 3, guys, number 3 is actually be a creeper. No, I'm joking. That is a joke. Don't do that. You're gonna get arrested and then you're gonna blame it on me. No, snipe with your long lens. What I mean by that is reach further, right? You might be used to shooting at 35mm and thinking, well, actually I'm always getting kind of everything, or like the whole scene and the ambient. What if you actually went closer to elements? Or what if you went to shoot inside? You know, instead of shooting the door, shoot inside the door, shoot inside the house, shoot inside the window, inside the train, inside anything. Because you can get further with the lens, you can zoom inside an image or a scene. Well, it's gonna bring out different kind of images, and I think that's great. You know, most people who shoot with their phone have the same kind of frame all the time, but if you can be so creative with that and have fun with your friends. So yeah, try to go into things versus trying to capture things. You know, it's almost too obvious, but I wanted to remind you because maybe you forgot about it. Maybe you're not trying. Maybe you forgot. I forget too. We all forget. Now, number 2 is actually putting stuff in front of your lens. You know, just like that, right? You want to put stuff in front of your lens with that lens, or shoot through objects that are very close to your lens. Let me explain why. As we mentioned before, we've got an awesome bokeh with those lenses, especially when your subject is further or when it's very close to you. Everything that is not close to your subject is gonna blur out very nicely when you are shooting at a shallow depth of field. So one of the big advantages is that if I shoot through a barrier, if I shoot through a wall or through a window or any element, even my hand, and that hand is very close to the lens, what is going to happen is that my lens is going to be unrecognizable. You will never know that it's a hand or that it's a piece of glass and you're gonna get a really nice effect that is blurring out whatever is in front, but helps you also isolate your subject in the areas that are not blurred out. You can frame him, you can do a ton of things, and a lot of wedding photographers actually use those tricks to create effects, for example, on dance floors, or when there is an ugly environment around, it helps get rid of the environment and just focus on the couple. That's actually where I learned really to use that. Now, number one, guys, number one, my favorite ever is, are you ready for it? Compression. Oh yeah, compression. What does compression mean? Compression simply means that your background, whatever is in the background, for example, of your subject, is gonna look a lot bigger than if you shoot with a wide angle. You know, if you had the same person at the same distance and the background would get a lot closer in the photo, it would look like it is closer and bigger and straighter. And that's why I think you should play with that a lot. So find any street around you with some leading lines and make sure you bring out the background really close. And that is actually a huge advantage whenever you're trying to make objects look bigger, right? So for example, if you're shooting a friend and he's standing by a mountain, if you shoot with a wide angle, the mountain might look actually pretty small. But if you shoot with a long lens, suddenly all those mountains are gonna get way closer, way bigger, way more epic. And it's the same, for example, with waterfalls, etc., or anything you want to bring closer and bigger. Whew! All right, I think I covered the 5 tips, the 5 ideas, the most important one, at least for me. I gotta tell you, shooting with long lenses is really fun because sometimes you don't have to approach people as much, which can be cool if you just want to relax, chill day of photography. And you can, as I mentioned, like with compression, with your background blur, with having shallow depth of field, you can do so much and make even small objects look kind of cool. And that is one of the big advantage. So if you have any tips, if you have any creative ideas that you like to do with long lenses, let me know in the comments below because I want to learn more also. I mean, this is an exchange, guys. If you think this is a channel where you're just plugging yourself and learning everything, no, it's an exchange. You guys push me to create better and I push you to create better. So what do you suggest? Let me know in the comments right below. Quick spoiler alert, I was thinking about it, but the 30-day are coming back very soon. I'm not telling you more. If you don't know what it is, too bad for you. For those who know, you know what I'm talking about. All right, guys, with that being said, I'm gonna get out there. I'm gonna continue my life. I'm gonna go edit that video and shoot a few more photos. I want you to get out there, go shoot, try something different, try something new, and I want you to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will see you in the next episode. Have an amazing day. Bye. It's gonna be awesome. You'll be notified for all the awesome, free, awesome